process you went through in deciding to stay at Ohio State for this season?
I was just on the beach with my friends and family, and basically I called a bunch of the older guys and seen where their head was, and they basically told me, like, why not come back? We got a good squad coming back, we can go do good things, and I basically was like, why not? NFL isn't going nowhere. Just why not get another year of development, learn more things before the next year.
Was that like a text thread? Did you guys have a bunch of conversations on the phone? Did you guys get together in the same room? How did you guys talk about it?
It was kind of over the phone and text messages. We never were, because we were out of, we had a little break before we went down there. So, we was just all communicating and letting each other know, like, what we wanted to do. Basically, everybody said they wanted to come back.
What does it mean when you have to do what's best for yourself, right? What does it mean when you're talking to your teammates about it and maybe you guys are all kind of seeing things in a similar way? Does that have an impact on your decision?
Yeah, definitely. That means we got confidence in each other. Like, we were always like, one play short, one drive short, and we're just trying to take steps this year that we're a drive ahead, basically, and those big games at the end of the season, and I think we got the team to do it.
How do you keep in perspective? Obviously, you have those games at the end of the season that you want to get to, but you got to put in the work here, you got to put in the work in fall camp, you've got all those games beforehand. How do you kind of not try and rush to get to that point where you really want to make your mark?
You definitely just got to take it step by step. You got to take it game by game. Can't never look down on your opponent, because that's when you get beat. You just got to approach every game with that same mindset of you got to dominate, make the team want to not play you, basically. Just go big and just, ride it out, kind of.
But what about even right now? So many of you guys have done this 3-4 years now, but you still have to put in the work to get to the season, right? So how do you keep kind of the focus on spring practice when there's obviously an ultimate goal there? It's not till next week.
It's just because, like, the last 3 years has been disappointing at the end of the season, so I feel like we put more work in. I feel like that's what we're missing. We're just putting more work in, and you just got to do that throughout the summer, the spring, the fall, and then you just got to show it on the field.
Well, Tyleik, I just asked Jack this. When you take just like in a moment when you're at practice and you look at it, who all is on the defense, and you look at the personnel changes with Caleb coming in, with Sonny moving up closer to the line of scrimmage, with all the guys you just mentioned coming back, what's your just view of what's out there on defense and how it maybe allows you to do some things that you didn't do before?
It's kind of just like, I don't want to hype our heads too much, but I kind of look like a legendary defense, kind of. I feel like we got playmakers everywhere, and then moving Sonny down, I think that's a great move for him. He's a big athletic dude. He can play in the box. He can play safety. I think that's just showing how versatile he is. And Caleb, you've seen Caleb, how he plays. He's an animal. He's only a sophomore, I think. And I feel like the guys we brought back, we're all dominant. So I feel like as a collective unit, we're going to be unstoppable.
So confidence is a problem?
No.
Well, there's a part of that too, and as Pat mentioned in there about pacing yourself. So if there's that much self-belief, then there's also that part of going to build depth.
Mm-hmm.
In case you have injuries, in case you have issues. So how do you look at the spring in terms of getting the guys that are next in line as prepared to keep that standard high?
I think you just got to set a great example for the young guys and just showing them how to practice, how to watch film, how to take care of their body, because those are the things you're going to need to go on this deep run. I think it's 17 games or something.
Yeah.
We add in games, so the young guys are going to have to play. We can't just play 50 games a snap. That's not going to happen. So,
how do you get to a 70
just got to keep working, kind of keep running, getting in shape.
You played so many seasons. It almost kind of surprises me that you said that. It was a joke, I'm sure, but it was surprising to hear that from you, considering how many snaps you played last year. Did that kind of take a toll on you last year? Do you think that you need to push it even further, get in better shape so you can play all 16, 17 games this year?
Yeah, definitely. I got to get in way better shape than I've been, and I feel like it was kind of it was a joke, but of course I needed those snaps because the years before I wasn't really playing as much, so I just wanted to get more experience under my belt so I can bring younger guys with me because I've been through a lot already.
One of those younger guys we're seeing out here for the first time, he's heard all year last year. What have you seen from Will? Because I felt like last year we all forgot about him because he was hurt. And now he's running, almost a second man up on you in the tie. What have you seen from him?
Will's a workhorse. He gonna stay quiet. He gonna work hard, and that's what I love about him. He focuses. He don't really talk much. He's just gonna get the job done, do his job right. Rarely has any mistakes.
So what would be a successful season?
A national championship, a ring, win all the games. We don't want to lose anything. We got a mindset that we can't be beat, and we just got to go show it.
It's like, that mindset different. It seems like you guys expect the national championship every year. This year, even more so. You guys have all come back for this. You guys have all decided, like, enough is enough. Do you feel a difference, or is there not really any difference? It's just the same point.
There's definitely a difference. Everyone working harder. We know this is our last run. Like most of us don't have any years after this, so we got to go big or go home, and we're not trying to go home. So we're trying to finish big.
We know what you guys think of Michigan, but when you look at what they did, they won the national championship, and you guys took them down to the final minute, right? You know what I mean? I mean, you were right there. If something goes a little different, you guys could have won that game against them. Does that tell you anything about, like, that, hey, you guys want to win a national championship, but you played to the 59th minute with the team that won the national championship last year, like you're that close?
That's what I'm saying. We just work harder. That's kind of Coach Mick's saying. Nobody cares, just work harder. Like those, when we played Georgia, it's the same thing. Last play, they went on to win the Natty. So we just got to get over that hump at the end of the season. I think we'll be fine.
How frustrating is that? You're that close against the last two national titles.
Of course, it's frustrating, but you can't change the outcome. You can't really dwell on it. You just gotta, come back and work harder, do things better than you did last year, and hopefully the outcome will change.
Yeah, is that as you get older, you kind of learn, I thought I was working hard, and then you always find out there's a little more you could have been doing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what growing up is basically in college. I thought freshman year I was working as hard as I could, but now I look back at it, I really wasn't working hard at all compared to what I'm doing now. So just a learning thing.
If the stamina is a 60 in the NCAA, what do you need it to be your best? Like, is it 75? Is it 80?
80, 85. I mean, it's all on me. I think it's a little higher. I was just trying to be funny, but I mean, it's all on me. I just got to run harder, get in shape.
The idea of coaching 15 or 17 game season, are you excited about that idea? Does it make you nervous about, can you last that long?
I think I definitely can last. I was just, we got to get the young guys to come along with us. We can't play 50 snaps a game. That's just too much on our bodies. Just everybody, like O-line, D-line. We got to get those younger guys to play, get depth pieces on the D-line and O-line and everywhere else so we can last that long run.
Speaking of that, how's Caden McDonald coming along? Go ahead.
Did you like playing that many snaps a game last year? Because I don't know if any of us were really expecting you to play that many snaps.
Yeah, I did. Unless we were winning by a lot. I thought during those moments, I can go sit down or something. But we're playing them big games Notre Dame, T1 North, those kind of games. Of course I want to be in because I know I can contribute, and I wouldn't want to put that on anyone else when I know I can get the job done.
What stands out about Caden McDonald, and is he a guy that can help you guys in his second year?
Oh yeah, definitely. K-Mac's an animal. Y'all, you haven't really seen it yet, but in practice he shows it all the time. He's growing right now. He has the work ethic. He just has to get in the playbook and things like that.
You guys are about the exact same size listed. You're both listed at 6'3". You're 327. He's 326. Don't see that very often.
I kind of look at him like my junior, but K-Mac, he's gonna be a great player. He just gotta develop more and get in the playbook.
Is it really a lot on you older guys? There's that large group of young guys, and then there's the seniors that are back. Is that part of your task for this year to bring those guys along as well?
Yeah, definitely. We got to be leaders. Like I said, we got to have them play this year. We can't just play all the snaps. They got to get in there and get some work, and we got to get them right during the off season so they can play, and not just play. They want to contribute, make plays, tackles, sacks.
These guys get bigger. Each freshman class is bigger and bigger. Those guys kind of wow you themselves first.
Yeah, they're definitely some big dudes, and they all work hard. I haven't really seen much. It's only day two when I pass on, but throughout the workouts, they've been working hard. They're determined. I can say that, and it looks like they're ready to work at me.
Davis needs. It feels like there's a lot of great defenses that you have big, athletic defensive tackles who can eat up space, but also move. You know, right? Is that a requirement maybe for a great defense to have guys like you that have some bulk, but also have great feet?
I think that is definitely. I think if you look at the last couple of national championship winners, like Team Up North, they got two good D tackles, two athletic D tackles. Look at Georgia, two athletic D tackles. I think that's definitely neat if you want to go on that big run and beat those big teams.
If you think about this, they're all defined by the defensive tackles. Like, what's Georgia? It's Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, and what's Michigan? It's Chris Jenkins.
A couple more questions for Tyler.
How, I mean, you understand it because you played it, but I feel like sometimes, I don't know, are people realizing how important defensive tackles are a little bit more than they used to?
I think so. I think they're starting to develop more and more of these like freakish D tackles.
Yeah.
Like in the combine just now, you seen like those guys. They're moving 4.7/8 and things like that. So we'll see.
And when you think about those freakish athletic defensive tackles, how do you think you fit into that mold of that kind of player? Do you watch that and say, yeah, that's me?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm top notch when it comes to D tackles, but I don't want to, get a big head. But watch the combine. I watch them do the drills. I have tape too. Like you look at my film, so I think I'm up there with all of them.
Tyleik, you become like an artist when it comes to batting down passes, the finger wags kind of thing. When you're going spring practice, you're not doing any much 11 on 11, full pass stuff. How do you work on that? Do you have like a goal in mind? I don't remember how many you had last year, but do you have a goal in mind? 5? How many do you have?
I mean, as many as I can have. I think I had more than that, but I think they didn't count some.
He said it, not me.
I think they didn't count some of them, and some of them were like just listed. So, but I think we work on drills, matching the hand. I think that's goes big into what we do as a D line. Just affecting the quarterback is any way you can. Is just great for the defense. Just that little thing covering his eye. He might throw it a little bit to the left to our player. So
it's something that you really, really have to work on. That's one of the things that you've maybe worked on the most during your time here, because there are a few guys that I've seen who like, oh, that pass was bad enough, we don't have to ask. Kind of expect it from you.
I think I just have like a eye for the ball, kind of. I kind of just look at the quarterback and I see him like load up. I just try to get in his ways, and sometimes he just throws it to me. So.
How irritated to the Ohio State quarterbacks get bad down passes?
I mean, they get frustrated, but we're a team. We're just getting better.
Thanks, man.
Was it fun?
Yes.
I had to have more than that. I think Wisconsin and
You and Jordan and Davis all had the same amount.
I talked to a lot of coaches.
So it's not bad. There was a couple games where I'm literally like,
there was stuff we needed to come back for. Like we